It is playoff time, and welcome back to another episode of the Purple Rain Podcast. Once again, welcome back to the Purple Rain Podcast. It is Wildcard, Super Wildcard week. Play the Bengals this Sunday. It's for all the marbles. So thank you to everybody coming through. You can follow us on Instagram at the Purple Rain Podcast. You can follow this guy on Instagram, on Twitter at Sudden Death. You can follow me on Instagram at simplyas10.prod and on Twitter at simplyas10. Most importantly, sponsor Manscaped. 20% off. You go online, you get something, get a little cart, put in PRP, 20% off, and free shipping. Thank you for coming through. And first and foremost, how are you feeling about this weekend? Big game, win or go home, single elimination.
Win or go home, man. Like I told you before we went live, man. It's been I'm actually on vacation right now. For those of you guys who are wondering, like where the heck I'm at, actually in Florida. I'm in Florida at this very moment. And I've been having a great time. But like I told you before we went live, it's been kind of looming over me the past couple of days, knowing that Sunday night is coming up, knowing that Lamar's probably not going to play, knowing that it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough football game, and it's for all the marbles. Like you said, if we lose, we go home and we don't have another game preview until August, right? So that that's looming over me. It's looming over me, but I am happy to see the Rain Gang here in full effect as usual. What's going on, guys? Ty Exclusive in here, K-Dog in the house as well. Dre, Engineering Designs is in here. My guy Dylan, Huddled Up Thumbs in the house says, "What's up, gang?" Sutton, make a shot in the mini hoop. I don't even have a
ball.
There's not even a ball in here. Yeah, there's not even a ball. Sorry about that. Huddle it up. Let's see. Majin Bull says, "What's up, guys? In my opinion, the Roquan signing is an A+ if Lamar is extended, but a big F if we don't extend Lamar." We're going to talk about Roquan's deal. We're going to talk about Lamar too. So stay tuned. Kyle with the first super chat donation, man, says, "Where's Bernard Pollard when you need him?" Type of game. Thank you so much, Kyle, for your super chat donation. We appreciate
He's
you.
a Steeler fan, by the way. Mind you, he's a Steeler fan. Yes.
Okay.
Huge Steelers
Okay.
fan.
Respect.
Yes. He was the one he said Ben was a refrigerator. That's who. Yeah.
Yeah.
As for Bernard Pollard would probably take out somebody. He'd probably take out one of the receivers this weekend. Make it a little bit easier for us, but that's what Darrell Worley is for, right?
Yeah.
I'm just you know. But we will talk about who needs to step up this Sunday because it is a massive game. And thank you for the super chat. Thank you.
Per usual, guys, if you're not watching this episode live right now, you're part of the hashtag Replay Gang. Big shout out to you. Leave your comments down below. And I want to ask everybody, if you could, if you like us enough, hit that like button. Hit that like button. We're going to go ahead and give you 5 seconds of silence to hit the like button. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Ready and go. All right. Hopefully hit that like button by now. If you did, thank you so much. And if you didn't, maybe consider it. All right. Let's go ahead and get into what we came here to talk about. Not going to be a long episode today, guys, but we do want to hit some points because we got an important game coming up. So let's get into the game preview between the Ravens and the Bengals. Obviously, the second time we're playing them in 2 weeks. Just saw them last week. It was a fairly ugly game on both sides, you could argue. But when you see a team 1 week after you just saw them, it's going to be the chess matches of all chess matches, especially considering it's a divisional game as well. It's going to be crazy. Playoffs at stake, all that. It's going to be wild. Lamar or no Lamar, I'll say that. But to get into our game preview, you have something to say, Alex? My bad.
Oh no, I'm getting ready to talk.
Okay. I'm about to say, you guys know how we do it with our game previews. We always start with the inactives list. Let's go ahead. I'm going to simply rattle off the inactives. What's going on, bro?
So first and foremost, today Lamar Jackson did not practice. He's not going to play. Let's just get out the way. Let's not talk about that anymore. He's not going to play. We're going to focus on who is playing. So Lamar is not playing. He did not practice. Nick Moore, our long snapper, didn't practice, but they expect him to play. And Tristan Colon, he didn't practice, but he has an illness. He should be good to go. For some good news, Gus Edwards was limited today with a concussion, so I guess he passed protocol, but they said he did non-contact stuff, had like the little foam thing on his helmet. It's a good sign he's on the field. Marlon Humphrey went from limited to full. That's amazing. Tyler Huntley limited. Brandon Stevens did not practice. Real quick, he was admitted to the hospital in Cincinnati with an illness. Shout out to him. I mean, prayers to him because it had to be something serious for him to not play and for him to just stay there. So hope everything's good with him. And Talon Wallace was limited today, and Mark Spears was full. So for the Bengals, Cam Taylor-Britt was limited these past 2 days. Something to keep your eye on. They are already decimated in that secondary. T. Higgins was a full participant, and guard Alex Kappa did not practice for the second straight day in a walking boot. If he cannot play, that is a huge boost for the Ravens. Now, we'll get into more of that, but that's the I-word report for this wild card matchup on Sunday.
Okay. Wow. I mean, obviously, touching on Lamar really quick. Yeah, guys, he posted something or he reposted something on his Twitter that you just told me about, Alex, before we went live. Do you want to go ahead and, for those of y'all who don't know?
Yeah. It was the NFLPA, one of their spokespeople, and basically a player who sprained his PCL week 1 went up to this guy, I think 2 weeks ago, and was like, listen, he's like, what's going on with Lamar? He's like, I sprained my PCL in week 1, and I'm still feeling the effects to this day. He hasn't healed. So basically, Lamar is saying he wants to be out there. Don't let anybody tell you that he doesn't want to be out there. It's just he's not ready. And if he was, this is my analogy. Not comparing the quarterbacks, but it could be like RG3. RG3 went out there, not 100%, tore his ACL, was never the same again. I would not want that to happen with Lamar. Protect yourself, protect your health. That's first and foremost.
Protect your future. That's for sure. Yes. I mean, he's still a young quarterback. I mean, guy's 26 years old. Guy's 26 years old, has not even reached the physical prime of his life yet. So, I mean, he's still got a lot of football ahead of him to play. Contrary to what a lot of other people think, based on the style of play, quote unquote style of play that he has. I always hate it when people said that, but yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at all at him not playing this week. I mean, it is what it is. It's been a month now. What I am upset about, and like I told you before we went live, Alex, I'm upset about all of the smoke and mirrors put on by the front office and the coaching staff when it comes to Lamar Jackson's status. It's so weird to me. Like, why can't we just be upfront and honest about what's going on? Why? Because you don't want the team next week to know that you're not going to have Lamar Jackson. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not going to have him, you're not going to have him. Period.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know. And Harbaugh is kind of, I know he's the scapegoat here. He's the one that I am kind of a little bit upset about the way he answers those type of questions. But I see a lot of people on Twitter saying, maybe Harbaugh, he's instructed to say these sort of things, maybe to keep the cards close to the chest at all times to make sure that other teams don't have any other information. But it's just not fair to the fans. We lose. The fans lose in that scenario, and that's what makes me upset about it.
We're just at the end of the bar right now. That's all.
Yep.
At the end of the bar.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Let's see, Savings, another super chat donation, making it rain here on this episode of the Purple Rain podcast. Thank you so much, Savings. It says, out of all 32 teams, why us? Every team invests in their stud QBs, but of course the Ravens don't. Unbelievable. By the way, start Huntley. Brown sucks.
I honestly think I'm looking more positively towards it. I think them getting a deal done with Roquan boosts it more for the Ravens to get one done with Lamar. That's just me. You can say I'm wrong, but if we just prove we can do it with a player who doesn't have an agent, we can do it again. And we open up more cap. We only have a couple of players under contract for a couple. We can definitely backload it, heavily incentivize it. I think we have time. I'm not too worried about it right now. I'm really not. But I think we'll get it done. I'm starting to believe more we will get it done.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm just thinking, because you got to think about it. I mean, Lamar, to me, it seems like he's getting more and more leverage, as the Ravens continue to struggle on offense. You see the point differential between when he does play, when he doesn't play. So my thing is, in the offseason, if they try to come at him with the franchise tag, knowing that for another year, the year that just passed just now, this regular season, they didn't get him the proper weapons, the proper help that he needed, why should I stay? There's other suitors that are going to be calling about him. There's other suitors. So I don't know. Obviously, he's not playing this weekend. If we were to lose the game this weekend, I think that, Lamar's future with the Ravens could definitely be in jeopardy. But that's just me. Just me.
We have a whole offseason here about it.
Yeah, for sure. let's see here. Let's go ahead and get into our keys to victory for
Yes.
this game. And you guys see it in the title. How can the Ravens win without Lamar? No Lamar, obviously.
Yeah.
It's set in stone. If you're listening to this right now, whatever time you listen to this, Lamar will not be playing football on Sunday night against the Bengals. So, Alex, I'm going to ask you this, and I'm asking the entire Rain gang as well. Put in the live chat, put in the comments, part of the hashtag replay gang. How can the Ravens beat the Bengals without Lamar Jackson?
Well, number one, let's not turn the ball over 4 times. I know we all watched that game on Sunday, and I had more positives than negatives coming out of that game. I wasn't expecting us to put up 16 points. I had us putting up 13 points, I think. That was if we had in guys like J.K. Dobbins, with Kevin Zeitler, with maybe Huntley. I mean, the whole Huntley-Brown thing, it's who you want to pick, but with Huntley, who I don't think would have made those mistakes. But Brown was, zipping the ball farther than we've seen Huntley do it. But just don't turn the ball over. Sammy Watkins, you're a fucking veteran. Let's not, and Demarcus Robinson too. Let's not hold the fucking ball like it's a bag of fucking bread, like a loaf of bread. That's how I would run. That's how I'd run around the grocery store when my parents let me hold the bread. You're holding it out like you just punch it out. Like you just cannot do that. Protect the ball and that's my first one. Just don't turn the ball over because we gave them beautiful field possession, and then they got a strip sack touchdown. Like you just are giving them points. You cannot do that in the playoffs. Ugly football. I get it was our backups in, but for this week, just don't turn the ball over. Because if you turn it over 4 times, spoiler alert, we're going home first round, 1 and done.
Yeah, definitely agree with you there. Also, our guy JD Killswitch agrees with you. Says also you got to limit the turnovers. That's important, man. I was watching that game last week. I was furious. I knew that we were down to our last when it came to quarterback, and we were resting a couple guys, that sort of thing. But just the turnovers were just totally unacceptable. Yes. Before I get to mine, we do have 2 super chat donations. This one coming from a regular.
Oh, what the fuck?
At this point, he's a Purple Rain pioneer. Can we stamp it?
Wow. Yes.
Stamp of approval. What the flock? You are part of the Purple Rain Pioneer group. What's going on, man? We thank you so much for your super chat donation. It says, hey, fellas, what are the actual chances we win Sunday night? If anything goes our way, I'll be surprised. Just want to shut the Bengals' mouth.
Yes.
I'd say it's about oh my gosh. Just given that it's a divisional rivalry game, obviously they have more talent right now. They're just much better. It seems like all around. Our defense is better. But all around, I would give it to them. I'd give us about a 40% chance to win this game. 40% chance to win this game.
You're higher than me. I would give us 20%. It's just we'll get more of the keys. I know what the flock gave his keys, but I'm 20% right now. But I definitely think it can rise, but it could be worse. I'll say that. I'm giving us a chance. Really.
Yeah. You know what? Our guy with the flock, he has another one. He's got another one. Run the ball. It's their weakness, and play good defense. Don't bite on double moves and no turnovers. 4 last game. If we have 2, we probably win. I can agree there too. That's fair. That's fair. You know what? This is kind of going to lead right into my key to victory, because my key to victory was this. D and D. Dobbins and defense. I saw my guy Void mention that as well. Dobbins and defense. That's what's going to carry us to a victory in this game. 1, chunk runs from J.K. Dobbins early, putting the pressure on the defense, maybe wearing them down later in the second half with Gus Edwards. That run game is going to be lethal. It has to be a 1-2 punch all game. Limit the throwing, man. I'm going to say it. Limit the throwing. We just don't have, I would say, I don't want to say a competent quarterback, but I would say a confident quarterback. I just don't see a confident quarterback back there like we've seen with Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson knows this is his team. That's why when he's out there, the offense seems to be most effective. These other guys, Huntley, I like Huntley. Brown hasn't shown me anything yet, but they kind of pitter-patter a little bit too much, hold the ball a little bit. You can kind of tell that it's not their whip. It's not their car. Like I always like to make that analogy, right? They're renting somebody else's car. So run the ball, give the ball to your playmakers, with the running backs, J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards. That's going to be me. And when you do have to throw the football, Mark Andrews, scheme him open. I love what I saw from Likely. I love what I saw from Kolar last week. Get those guys involved. Get those guys involved if you have to, man. I think they can step up. But I'm going to say that in order for us to win, here's my biggest key to victory, right? Mike McDonald, he has to call a fabulous game. Fabulous game.
Game
guys,
of his life.
Think about it, guys. We do not have a playoff offense by any means. But one thing we do have is a playoff defense, an elite defense, if you ask me. Ever since Roquan Smith came, our guys started coming back. Marcus Williams is back now. We're relatively healthy on the defensive side of the football, and we're very talented. Very talented. If Mike McDonald can pull the strings and put something together and orchestrate a good game, you might see this game getting close in the fourth quarter. Low scoring, but close.
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback on that for another key of mine. If we want a chance to win, the defense has to score. Pick six, fumble, something, because this offense proves time and time again they cannot get it in the end zone. We finally scored a touchdown last week because about damn time.
Yeah.
But, but I need to see a Marcus Williams pick. I need to see Kyle Hamilton to pick, Roquan pick, something, because if we want a chance to win this game, I hate bringing it up, but we got to be like the Titans in 2019. We knew that they were going to run the ball at Derrick Henry. We knew. Could we stop it? Absolutely not. We couldn't. And yes, the Ravens offense had some hiccups. I think the Bengals could have hiccups as well. I mean, everything, they're on a 9-game winning streak. Hell, we have Rob Gronkowski out here throating them, saying that that he's going to annihilate us. He only threw for 215 yards on us last week. All right. We have Peters back. If we can do those things, control the time of possession, just have the small things goes our way, get a little lucky, we have that chance. Now, that could be a tipped, let's say a little high, but throw a tipped, and then we just falls into our arms with the Kevin Byard interception. Yeah. We just need to just play our game. We can't fall into that trap of, because like you said, we can't throw the ball like them. Like their number 3 receiver, Tyler Boyd, will be by far our number 1 receiver here. Not even close. Play our game, and the better coaching will win. Harbaugh, I don't want to see any of that. Just him sitting on the sidelines with that little. We know the look I'm talking about.
The look. Oh my God.
Yes, that cannot be happening. And this may be something very small that I picked up. But after they won, Eli Apple had that little coin, and it had Roger Goodell with the little clown nose on it. All right, Roger, listen to me. They were disrespecting you. Tell them refs, don't be scared to let one fly on them. All right, a little a pass interference, don't be scared. But we got to play to our game, and we're not really being picked. So we're already counted out. We already lost in the eyes of these people. So why not? Nothing to lose.
Let's go ahead and get into some more super chat donations. Boyd9 says 2 Ds to win. Dobbins and defense, make it happen. Yeah. I mean, you came up with that, man. Shout out to you. Thank you for your super chat donation as well. I like that a lot.
Hopefully we come back to another on Monday and it worked. Like we're talking about a win.
Yeah, I would love that. Another super chat donation. This one's coming from Engineering Designs. Thank you so much for not only coming through to this episode, but also donating to our channel. We appreciate that. So let's say we win Sunday and Lamar's swelling goes down. Do we throw in Lamar against Kansas City or ride with Huntley or Brown, who might have had the hot hand? Oh, no. You got to put Lamar in.
Who says we're playing KC? I think the Chargers could beat the Jaguars. And it's the Chargers playing KC, and we could be playing the Bills. But either way, I know what you're talking about. If the swelling goes down and if Lamar feels healthy and the medical staff thinks he's good to go, then he can go. But I guess I don't want to risk this man's future. It's just not worth it. Quarterback,
and, not worth it. It just doesn't really seem too realistic, especially considering it's been 38 days since that he first got hurt. I don't think that an additional 7, maybe even 6 days if we play Saturday night for the divisional round. I don't think that's going to be a big difference maker. So I mean, I would love it. It would be a miracle. It'd be a miracle, but I don't really see it happening. But thank you so much again for your super chat donation, bro.
My bad. I thought we were the 15. My bad. We would be in KC. Yeah. I mean, that'd be a better matchup than the Bills, I think. So
let's see. K-Dog says, Ojabo strip sack, man. That's another thing. Last week, he had one. Patrick Queen recovered. I love what I saw from Ojabo, man. If he can keep that motor going and, get home maybe a little bit earlier, which I think he's catching up to the NFL game speed. Get him more consistent play. You're going to see more plays like we saw last week.
Oh, man, that was a thing. They did miss that face mask, but I saw nothing. But, I think talking about this pass rush, their O-line's decimated the right side. What are they going to do? I mean, they got backups in, Madubuike, Broderick, Calais, Justin Houston, Owe. I know Owe had a half a sack last week, all right? I'm hoping this is just something where the spark is there. And how great would it be for him to just have this spark going into the playoffs? Like that's what he needed. I hope that happens. But if we I saw it's like Joe Burrow gets the ball out in 2.5 seconds. 2.5. You got to get there quick.
And you know what that also means? He gets the ball out early. So if you want to get like pressure on him and make him uncomfortable, he's not going to feel uncomfortable if he feels pressure coming around the edge. He's really good at stepping up, still making a play in the pocket. You have to push that interior pressure. And that's where Alex Kappa, maybe not playing, is going to shine through. Calais Campbell, Matabike, Travis Jones might get some burn. Those guys actually have to make it happen on the inside.
Yeah.
Control the line of scrimmage there. Make Joe Burrow uncomfortable. Pull his eyes down. Don't let him feel so comfortable keeping his eyes down the field. Make his eyes come down to, the pocket in front of him. So those are going to be the keys to victory. Let's get into some score predictions for this game. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and kick it off. I'm going to say 27-19 Bengals. Okay. I'm going to say 27-19 Bengals. I feel like we make it interesting. We make it interesting towards the end, but it's just a little bit too late sort of thing, I just see Burrow and that offense, man. You know how explosive they can be. Last week, it really just seemed like they were playing Madden. I tweeted about it. Like, they were just throwing up deep balls, and it was working in the first half. Mike McDonald started to shut it down in the second half, which was good. But, you have a reaction, you have a counter reaction, you have a counter reaction to that reaction. So it's like it's going to be their turn to respond and the answer to what we did on defense Sunday. So I don't know. I think they hop out on us a little bit. We make it interesting at the end, but I got them winning 27-19 Bengals.
So I'm going to give you two. I'm going to give my heart and my mind. My mind says that the Ravens lose 27-16. I just think we stay under that. I'm not there with the 27. I do think we'll give up a couple. I think Mixon will have one, or expect Chase to have one. On the heart. Thing with the Ravens, got to play with their heart. All right, and I don't know if you've seen the stuff going on social media with the back and forth. I think we're in their heads. I really do. I think they're gonna come. I think they're gonna make mistakes. Like the Ravens, we have nothing to lose. If the Ravens lose, we literally have a backup quarterback in. What we weren't even supposed to be here. It's all that.
Yeah.
If we pull it off, it's gonna be because of defense. So my mind I have us losing, but in the heart, I could see us pulling off some fucking shock. 24-21 Justin Tucker game fucking winner. That's all I got for you. And I have that's all I really got, because scoring over 20 points is something that we can't do with backup quarterbacks. But yeah, I don't. My mind, I just don't think we will win it. I want us to, but hard to see it happening.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for sure. We do have another super chat donation. This one's coming from What the Flock. Says, do you think Giro mails another one in? Says, F it. Or goes all out. Tries to save some face. Empties out the whole vault. Time is now. Right effing now. Thank you so much again for your super chat donation. New Purple Rain Pioneer. What the Flock?
I don't think so. I think I've been saying, what's going to be this week? He'll pull something out. I haven't seen it. All I got from the vault this year was a James Prochet pass and a damn shovel pass in weeks 3 through 4. That's all I got.
Or the Mark Andrews under center early in the season.
Yep, there we go. That's about it. And the Lamar Jackson halfback pitch. So, 4 new players.
Fullback screens. Yeah, that too. Thank you so much again for your donation, bro. Let me see some of you guys' score predictions. 30-3 Bengals. Woo! Hope not. Hope not. Rico says 24-20 Ravens is what my heart says, but Bengals by a lot. All right. DG says 23-17 Ravens. All right. And Tucker we trust, says Jay Lozano. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Chike, my guy Chike is in the house, says 32-7 Bengals. Damn. Ooh, another blowout. Bailey got B, says 27-26 Ravens win. A close one, nail biter.
Yeah.
Let me see. Raven Ron. What's going on, Raven Ron? Says Ravens 30.
30 burger.
Cincinnati 27. I mean, I like that. I like that. First time we would have put up 30 since what?
Week 4, September? I think. Patriot. Yeah, week 3 Patriots. Yep, week 3 Patriots. I think that was late September.
It's so embarrassing every time I bring that up. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. My guy Dre says, sadly, Bengals 23, 17. So it looks like most of us agree here for the first time this season, for the
Yeah.
record, that the Bengals are going to win. Our opposition is going to win this game. As unfortunate
all
as it
wrong.
is,
Hope
I
we're all
hope we
wrong.
are all wrong. I hope we listen. All of us, I hope we are dead wrong. To be honest with you, but it is what it is. We are being honest here. We're not looking through our purple shades. Just being honest.
Yeah, I want to, but like I said, there's a small sliver of hope that I know we're gonna make a big play in the first quarter, and it's just I'm like, okay, we can win this, and I'm gonna get heartbroken by it. I know
Yeah,
exactly what's gonna happen. It's gonna be
it'll
like a
suck
big,
you in. Yep.
a big third down stop. We'll score off of it, and we're up. And I'm like, okay, we can win this.
Yep.
Doesn't happen. Nothing at all.
Yeah. You just, oh man, I've seen so many Ravens games like that. It's crazy. So, all right, guys. Let's see. Savings with another super chat donation. Thank you so much, bro. It says I'm predicting a Philly special James Prochet 90-yard touchdown pass.
Savings, if that happens, I'll fucking mail you a James Prochet jersey at that point. Like
For sure.
Yeah, I don't. James Prochet is not going to get more than 5 snaps, unfortunately, on Sunday. Don't expect it.
I don't really see that happening either, to be honest. Heavy personnel all the way. Raven Ron says, thank you so much for your super chat donation, bro. Just coming through, pulling up from downtown.
Pulling up from Paul Brown Stadium.
Okay. I love it. Thank you so much, Raven Ron. We appreciate you each and every time. We do, brother. Says, I hope Ravens win, but if Lamar doesn't start, I'm already transitioning to watching the NBA. To win, we got to play sound defense, LOL, and play bully ball running the rock with JK and Gus. Limit Anthony Brown's throws to screens and 5-yard passes.
I'm going to add on to that too, Raven Ron. If it is him throwing those short passes, dial up. I know we haven't seen this play, I think, since last year against the Colts, where it was like the fake, like he's about to throw it to receiver and Mark Andrews is up down the sideline like they ran against the Cardinals. But I know we ran against the Colts last year. I mean, they would have to bite. Like somebody would have got to freaking bite on that. And I mean, we saw Sammy Watkins that fumble. I mean, that was a great throw and catch. And just the fumble kind of ruined it. Even the Prochet, he stepped out of bounds. Like we're moving the ball at some points, but we're just hurting ourselves, and you just cannot do that. The bully ball, if we can control the time possession, have more than 35 minutes, I think we win the game. I really do. But it has to be 35 minutes or more, but I can't see that happen.
Yeah. Thank you so much again, Raven Ron, for your super chat donation. We really do appreciate that. And we definitely agree with a lot of your keys to victory here. Running the rock, play good defense, and limiting the throws. That's what I said earlier, literally what I said verbatim. So thank you so much again for your super chat donation. King95 is in the house. What's going on, King? Appreciate you for coming through. I said short passes won't work. Yeah, I think the Bengals will probably try to key in on that, but we're gonna have to run. We're gonna have to run them over, literally, if we want any chance of winning this game. And we know that. So.
Likely looked good last week. I thought Likely. I love what I saw from him. Good hands. There was the one drive I felt he took over. Had like 2 or 3 big catches. That was really promising to see. Don't know why it's week 18 and that just happened, but better late than never, I guess. Some other positives I would take. Thought the linebacking play was pretty damn good against the Bengals. I mean, Mixon obviously got a touchdown, but we played physical. And this defense, if they want to keep playing physical against this team, like I said, the Bengals are already pissed off. Jamar Chase is already pissed off. Their whole team, it feels like, is just complaining about these dirty hits where I didn't see any. I saw Roquan Smith bumping him. Yeah, that was petty as hell. I'm not going to lie. But get over it. I think they're salty. I think they're salty about the coin flip. Like, a dude died on your field, got resuscitated, and you're worried about a fucking coin flip. You had the AFC North. You were playing Anthony Brown, an undrafted free agent out of Oregon. All right, Oregon. We had Max in here say how fucking bad he was. He's not an NFL quarterback, and you were still complaining. Holy shit! Oh my god! If we beat them, I may get suspended on Twitter. I may, cause fucking whining little fucks. But that's my rant for the day. That's my rant. I'm sorry, Jamar Chase fucking bitching. I'm sorry. And their media team too, by the way. They were fucking snorting all 22 film looking for dirty plays. I have never seen it in my life. Bro, study the fucking game.
Cry about it.
Yeah, don't look for dirty plays. Study the game. Don't. That was corny. But
definitely, I'll say this. I definitely expect with why you said that, like because of the reason you said that, like I think that they're going to come out. Both teams are going to come out and play with a lot of heart. It's going to be a very physical game. It's going to be some hard hits. I expect Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen to be all over the place. I know they're going to have a conversation amongst themselves even before that game starts. They're going to be flying all over the place. I promise you that for sure. For sure. A couple super chat donations to get to. This first one coming from What the Flock again. Is that the hat trick or is that the 4-piece? I think that's the 4-piece.
That's like a 4 or a 5.
I think that's a
5. Is it 4?
5?
Put
Might be a 4 or 5-piece. I don't know. Thank you so much, bro. We appreciate you, sis. I know backup QB, but in 2012 we lost all but one remaining games, 10-6. Caught fire. We have the playmakers. Flacco was horrid until the playoffs. Madden once said football is 10% physical, 90% mental. Let's fucking go. Hey man, I'm getting fired up now.
I think What the Flock should be in there for the pregame speech. Him and Calais Campbell should be in there.
Agreed. Yeah, for sure.
Now I saw a cool stat before we get into the other one. Thank you for the donation. I think John Harbaugh is like 5-0 or 6-0 in like wildcard playoff games, wildcard divisional. No, in wildcard game he hit 5-0 on the road, I think, which bodes well for us.
Yeah.
And I think it's from Mr. Yuri Marshall on Twitter. I think he had 16 drops on Sunday, I believe. He counted. Yeah, 16. That's embarrassing. We had 11 against the Titans in 2019. We had 16 in a meaningless game.
Yeah.
Can't happen.
A couple nasty drops, too. I remember one from DeMarcus Robinson was just like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you're supposed to be a vet, too. Like, what's going on? I don't know. Hopefully we don't get that. Let's see. Thank you so much again, What the Flock, for your super chat donation. Max with another super chat donation,
Max.
Making it rain here.
Mystic
Thank
Max.
you so much, bro.
That's your name,
yeah,
Mystic Max.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you got any news for us? Let us know.
Right.
Let us know the drop.
Max, what's the score?
Solid rant. Right, exactly. Solid rant. Can we finally push the ball down the field off play action? Feels like we're due. I'm gonna say no. Just because I just don't feel like we have the talent at quarterback and receiver to make it happen. You know. And on the back end, I feel like they can stop something like that. And I feel like largely they'll be ready for something like that because they know we're going to want to run the ball. And when we do pass, we're probably going to try to fake the run and then pass. So
this may be like a purple fucking patrol take, but if Devin Duvernay was healthy, I think maybe. And I think of this because who on this team is going to pop the top off the defense?
Yeah.
We could definitely hit a play action, but I think of like the deep pass we got bid on. I think it was it Khalif Raymond? I think no, it wasn't. It was somebody at the Titans, or I think it was Westbrook Akina. I know Tannehill just sat back and he just burnt Marlon Humphrey. Like they can stack the box against us, but nobody's going to go deep, and nor do we have the accurate deep passer to hit them. If it's going to be something, it's going to be like maybe 10 yards. You know, we need big plays. J.K. Dobbins, bring it out. He brings up Andrews. Andrews has to have a career playoff game. I am a big Andrews fan, and he has not performed well in the playoffs in the past couple of games. This is your time. You're the guy. You're him.
Yeah.
Show us.
You're the only guy.
Yeah.
Like we need him. But thank you so much, Max, for your super chat donation. This one's coming from Mark Marcy.
Mark,
Y'all know.
Thank
you
so
much, man. What's going on,
Mark? No see.
Says trade Lamar to the Raiders for Carr and 3 first-round picks. Wow.
3 firsts.
3 firsts. That's insane.
Can we remove one of the first and give us Devontae Adams? Is that possible? Can we get Devontae?
Possible? I mean, you're basically just moving the Raiders' offense to the Ravens. Carr to Adams. I mean, with our run game. I mean, they had Jacobs, but Jacobs had a good year.
Yeah, NFL leading rusher, by the way. Love that.
Yeah.
I know Mark Andrews too, because Waller was hurt this year. I don't want to think about Lamar leaving, but I'm worried about us having these conversations in the offseason. And I think that will be one of the names. 1,000,000%.
Yeah. It's on the table. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh man. I never want to get to this point. I want to get here.
Me neither. We do have another super chat donation. This one's coming from Brent. Brent, thank you so much. Thank you so much for making it rain here on this episode 151, by the way, of the Purple Rain podcast. Says, haven't made it rain in a minute, but I'm robbing y'all blind because I constantly watch y'all. You're not. It says, my bad. Block up, love 8.
We love you, Brent.
Brent, we love you.
I love your
We love you,
profile
Brent. We
picture.
appreciate that.
That's how I
Yeah.
feel watching the Ravens every Sunday. Do
Yeah.
you have
Brent's
enough
always
time to
in
do
here.
picks or no?
Oh, yeah, let's do picks. Let's do picks, and then we'll go ahead and get out of here.
All right. So it's NFL Super Wild Card Weekend.
Uh-huh.
First game on the slate. 49ers, Seahawks. Who are we feeling? I think feel free to... Oh, there it is. Yeah, I was waiting.
There it is.
There it is. Okay.
There we go. Okay.
49ers, Seahawks, a nice NFC West battle. It's not the Russell Wilson, versus the 49ers or the Kaepernick against the Seahawks, the Felicia Boom. No. This is Geno Smith against Brock Purdy.
Give me the 49ers all the way in this matchup, man. The Seahawks, I love what they did, especially considering they just moved off Russell Wilson. People thought that they were going to be terrible with Geno Smith playing quarterback, but in this game, it's going to come down to coaching for me, and then also playmakers. 49ers have the advantage in both of those categories, so give me the 49ers.
Yeah, I'll say right now, the Niners are my pick to win the Super Bowl. I think they are a well-put-together team. Brock Purdy, he's a game manager. Jimmy G took him against the Chiefs. Brock Purdy doesn't make many mistakes like Jimmy G would. Give me the 49ers in this game. Yeah. Moving on to our Saturday night game. This is a good one, all right? Jacksonville Jaguars against the Los Angeles Chargers. Herbert, Lawrence. I mean, this is going to be a game of narratives. Whoever wins and whoever loses. It's going to be amazing to see. But who do you got?
You know what's funny about this game? I was on my way driving down to Florida. I'm on vacation right now, like I was telling you guys. I passed through Jacksonville, and I stopped in a gas station. The fans there are ready to rock
Duval
for this game. Duval, it is everywhere. I mean, it almost felt infectious. Just in a gas station, one gas station. I saw at least like 2-3 jerseys. The clerk was wearing a shirt. They are ready to go. But this one, I think it's going to be a close game, but give me the Jaguars. Give me the Jaguars. I think it's going to be real close, but I think that Herbert comes up just short one more year, and that's his criticism going into this offseason.
Yeah, one of my closest friends is a Chargers fan. I will be rooting for the Chargers, for his sake, but I know he's not going to root for the Ravens, but I have the Jaguars winning it. I think they are a much, much better, well-coached team, and like Chike says, I think this will be Brandon Staley's last game as a head coach for the Chargers. Team the Jags.
Okay.
On a Sunday. I don't even know who's the 1 o'clock game. So I think it's the Dolphins and the Bills at the 1 o'clock game. The Skylar Thompson led Dolphins against Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Matt Milano, all of them. Jordan Poyer. I think Micah Hyde might be back. What do you got?
I mean, I got to go with the Bills, man. I have to go with the Bills. I agree with Rico here. I mean, the Dolphins, they don't have their starting quarterback, and it's the main reason why I picked the Bengals to beat us. Because if you don't have your starting quarterback in the playoffs, you don't have that X factor, then what do you really have? I mean, defense wins championships, but stars run this league. Simple as that. They're missing their star, so let me get the Bills.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I think it's funny, though. I was talking about it last night. Tyreek Hill left the Chiefs, to be with the Dolphins. He's the guy there. The Chiefs are the number 1 seed, and they're not going to be, out in the wild card. I think the Dolphins will. Give me the Bills. Yeah. Okay, on to the next one.
Okay.
Giants and Vikings. This is a good game, I think. I'll be honest, I was not the biggest Daniel Jones guy. He's showing me something. The past couple of games, he's looked pretty good with their defense with Wink Martindale. I regret the Ravens ever let Jahad Ward leave. I fucking love him. He's just like the heart and soul. Tony Jefferson. They got Landon Collins back playing in the box and doing amazing things. But we have Captain Kirko Cousins, Kirko Bangs, and Justin Jefferson. I see a lot of Giants. I'm going to go with the Vikings here. I think they're going to go down early, but they're going to pull out one of the comebacks we've seen them do already this year. They're going to go down 14-0, and they come back thanks to Justin Jefferson. Give me a Harrison Smith pick to seal it. Vikings win.
That's a good take. I like that. I was thinking that in my head too. I think that Kirk Cousins, Cook, and Justin Jefferson just find a way to win this game. But at the same time, you got to look on the other side of the football. The Giants, they got Saquon Barkley who's coming up on a contract year. So it's like he's going to want to show out in this game. especially if he wants another team to pick him up. If he wants to go like a contender. That being said, though, I still don't think that they have enough talent to win this game outright. So give me the Vikings in this one. And give me the Vikings by 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, though, if the Giants pull it out. I'll just say that.
Yeah,
so,
me neither.
Obviously, we had the Ravens and Bengals. We picked that. And our final slate on Monday Night Football. Let's go head on down to where you are in Florida. Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers against the Cowboys. This feels like scripted. They played week 1 last year. They already played Sunday Night Football this year. Why not give a Monday night wild card? Tom Brady, Dak Prescott. What do you got?
Oh, man, this is going to be a tough one. This is tough, but give me the Bucs, man.
Okay.
Give me the Buccaneers. I just think that Brady knows how to get it done, especially in the postseason. They stumbled into the playoffs, of course, but I feel like Brady just knows how to turn a team on, and that's what he's going to do. Dallas knows how to F shit up. That's what they know how to do, especially in the postseason. They've been doing it for the past, basically all my life, and I'm almost 30, so that should go to show you something. But yeah, I mean, give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this one. Tampa Bay.
I'm gonna agree with you. What really sealed the deal was seeing Sam Howell play really well against them last week, and seeing the Commanders have their way. Like, the Cowboys had something to play for. They could have been a higher seed, but I think there was a chance for them to win the division if the Eagles lost. It was something weird. I know that they could have moved up, but I think Tampa will win. I think Tom's going to turn it on. And outside of Trayvon Diggs, I don't know who they're going to cover with Godwin. Diggs on Evans. And Tom Brady, the last time we saw him play, I think that second half, he had 2 70-yard bombs to Mike Evans. Mike Evans had a hat trick of touchdowns. Getting hot at the right time, definition of it. Give me Tampa Bay. So that is it. That is our super wild card picks. Yes. It should be a fun weekend of football. I hope we all enjoy it. And I hope, most importantly, that we come back here on Monday with smiles to our ears, just some grins. Yes, eating a W.
Yeah, yes. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we do come back eating a W. By the way, thank you guys for watching live right now. About 81 people watching live. Thank you so much for coming out to this episode of the show. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel as well if you are new here. That is going to do it for us on this episode of the Purple Rain Podcast. Thank you guys again just so much for coming out. You can follow us on Instagram at the Purple Rain Podcast. And by the way, if you just hopped in the stream, you missed all the information, just rewind it. Hit the little scrubber on the bottom, rewind. Said a lot of good stuff in this one. The Rain Gang said a lot of good stuff in this one too. So make sure you rewind and check it out. Lastly, you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at Sutton Death, like you see down below. You can follow this guy over here on Twitter at SimplyAs10, on Instagram at SimplyAs10.prod. And do not forget, if you have not yet, subscribe to him on YouTube, SimplyAs10. Yeah. And with that being said, you know what? One more thing. Manscaped. Manscaped.com, our sponsor. We'd be remiss if we didn't bring them up. Fabulous products like the Lawnmower 4.0. Yes. You can get them online at manscaped.com. You can actually save 20% off of your order if you use our code PRP.
Yes.
And you also get free shipping.
I just used it before. I went clean shaven. I just used it before we went live. So
I can see. Oh yeah. Nice clean shave.
I mean, how can you hate it? I felt something different. Like, you know what? Let me go different for the playoffs. Let's go nothing. Yeah. Hopefully it works. And guess what?
I like it.
And if we win on Monday, it is episode 152. 52.
Ooh, yeah.
Come on. So I'm not going to say anything else about it. Let's just hope it goes our way. So thank you to everybody coming out to this very early Purple Rain playoff stream. And I hope to see you guys next Monday with some big grins on your face. And as always, stay positive, test negative.
And never, ever, ever forget to call God. It's been episode 151 of the Purple Rain Podcast. We're going to catch you guys in the next one.